My name is Sam, and in this video I'm going to introduce you to a money making method with which you can make anywhere from 100k to over 1 mil per hour in OSRS, without any requirements whatsoever. Now, to prove that this is actually a viable method that can be done without any requirement at all, as you can see, I'm making a brand new free-to-play account to test it out from scratch. I do however not recommend using this money making method without any extra starting money, the way I did it in this video. It's perfectly possible, and after a few hours you can make some serious cash, but you'll be saving yourself a lot of trouble if you just start out with at least 30 to 100k. Now, if you plan on doing this on a brand new account or you just want to see some of how I did it, then feel free to follow along the video and I'll show you how I did. As you can see in the sped up clip rolling in the background, I just finished Tutorial Island, and I'm running straight up to the Grand Exchange. Once there, just sell everything you got, and you'll end up with around 1000 coins. Or just under with 961 coins in my case. The reason I don't recommend starting off with this little money is because the only two sets of armor you can buy is either bronze or iron, both of which fluctuate a lot in price and are a bit unpredictable. Sometimes a piece or set won't sell for a decent price for a few hours. This is not the case with the more high-end sets such as Adamant, Rune, and for members, Barrow's armor, Dragon, and so on. But with a bit of patience, it can still be done starting out with a completely fresh account. I started out buying all of the pieces for a set of bronze armor, and then assembling it into a complete set by right-clicking the exchange clerk to select sets. The only piece that initially bought right away, however, was the plate body, and the others just refused. I decided to simply give it some time and logged out for about an hour. And when I logged back in, it was all bought successfully. And these guys will still spam advertising their site. As I said, the cheapest sets, bronze and iron, are quite unpredictable, and you should always try selling them for more than the amount the Grand Exchange suggests at first. Sometimes you'll hit a wall and the item won't sell, but very often you will be able to sell your low-end set for double or triple the amount the GE suggests. Sometimes you need to give it a few minutes though. My bronze sets sold pretty fast. I got rid of the first one for almost 2k, which gave me a great profit of about 300%. I kept doing bronze sets for a decent profit, together with some iron sets until I had about 40k, at which point I started to go for more expensive and consistent sets like Adamant. At the time, the Adamant sets were yielding about 2000 gold per set, with little to no wait time in between. This was about 10% profit, which doesn't sound like much compared to 300% with the bronze set, but considering the total value of the set, the money gain is in fact better than with the bronze set. Shortly after this, I had reached a bit over 100k, and I was able to do rune sets, which also gave me about 2k per set at the time. Now, I'm not going to go over exactly what each and every set yielded me or how many I bought and sold, because as the Grand Exchange is constantly changing in price, the sets that yield good profits are constantly changing as well. While I was making this video, for example, the profit of rune sets were worse than usual, but still profitable, being equivalent to the profit of Adamant sets. The Grand Exchange also has a limit on how many sets you can buy and sell every 4 hours. This means that in order to make a really good profit, you need to test which sets currently grant the most money and rotate all of them, simply to keep switching which ones you use, so to not get stuck on the Grand Exchange limit. Using this method, it is possible to make several 100k per hour as a free-to-play player, but because of the GE limits, you may have to take a break and wait for the limits to cool down before continuing, if you can't find enough profitable sets. As a member, on the other hand, you have way more sets to choose from, and because of that you can often make over 1 mil per hour. As I've said before, the Grand Exchange prices change, and you can never be sure which sets or how many different sets are going to be profitable, nor can you be sure how much profit each of them will make. But as long as people want to buy sets for the convenience of them being pre-assembled sets, instead of buying each piece separately, there will always be profitable sets to choose from, making this a relatively future-proof method of making money. If you have any questions or feedback, feel free to leave a comment or send me a message.